Welcome back to V's Fight Back. Today's video is, it was a very big few days. It's also the reason I've been a bit quieter recently. I had the final part of my ASD assessment and my appointments, and I go on to explain in the video what happened. I started the day off with cuddles with Hugo, which I really needed because I was quite anxious at this point. Today I've got a huge day in so many ways. I'm not even going to talk about what's happening today yet, but trying to just, sorry that noise, it's the dog walking on the new floor. Trying to just keep going with everything. So sitting down to breakfast, got my teaspoon that says you will find V, and yeah, just gonna keep going. This was my little outfit of the day, one of my favourite pairs of dungarees. It's currently pre-ASD assessment and I'm very, very nervous. Been on the waiting list for like 3 years, so I'd put it to the back of my mind for a while, but it's like actually happening. I just have no idea what to expect. I was allowed a break in the assessment where I had my morning snack, which I had my favourite Quest bar, the blueberry cobbler, and an apple. Then went back in for the second part of the assessment, and after that I had my lunch in the car on the way home, and I had a hummus falafel wrap, and then when I got home I had my soreen and I had my corner yogurt as well. It is 5 hours later. I've been diagnosed officially with autism. Diagnosed feels wrong because it's been there my whole life. I've discovered what we've all thought for a long time, and it's been confirmed by a consultant psychiatrist. The assessment was very long, lots of questions, and I'm very tired. But it's in black and white now. I'm autistic. And that's okay. My head is feeling so fried for so many reasons. And I'm just exhausted after the assessment. It was very long and yeah, but I'm just gonna take time to process that. But obviously one thing that absolutely still has to happen is I still need to stick to my meal plan because I'm still gonna beat this anorexia. So, got my afternoon snack. I've got a chocolate brookie bar today, which is definitely one of the best ones, and it's a real like milk chocolatey. I'm usually a white chocolate person, but I just really fancied milk chocolate today. I'm so tired that it would be so easy for me to just be like, I'll just have something safer, whatever, but that's not going to get me where I want to be, and I want to get better, and I want to get better because I want to go into helping people who need to have their autism recognised younger, because autism in girls is so different. Anyway, before I start going off into a spiel, it's afternoon snack time. Let's get afternoon snack done. So today has been a huge day, and it's been something that me and my family have been waiting for
the last bit of it for nearly 3 years now, and that was my autism assessment. And when it was discussed 3 years ago with my psychiatrist, it was quite like people were confident that that was the right diagnosis, but I'm very much I need it in writing, and I have started to talk about it a little bit more in the last year, I'd say, but even then I've sort of held back, because I hadn't had the last bit of the assessment, and so I had it today. And I've been diagnosed, and she said, there's nothing wrong with you, you're autistic, and I can't quite explain what that means. I think I've spent my whole life feeling like an alien, an outsider, like I get everything wrong, like everyone else has this book of things and how to behave and what to say, and I didn't get a copy. I get exhausted by things, social things, because it's a constant drain on my energy of how do I behave, what do I say, how do I act, and everything like that, and then sensory things, and so many things that I've always felt like I need to get a grip, like why is everything so hard? And the assessment was really long today, and she said at the end, it's hard because you live in a world of neurotypical world, and you're neurodiverse, and the world is set up for neurotypicals, and therefore it's not set up for you, and that's why things are hard. And I said, I feel wrong. I feel wrong as a person. I feel like I get absolutely everything wrong all the time. And she said, you're not wrong. You're autistic. It still hasn't hit. Like, even though my family's accepted it and my team accepted it a while ago, and we adapted treatment to help and stuff like that, and it obviously did help. I thought hearing those words today would be like, it's gonna hit, and it's still not quite hit. It still doesn't feel real, and I sort of even said to the psychiatrist, like, it still doesn't feel like it's actually true. And she sort of said, I see people and they don't meet the diagnosis, but you do. You are autistic. So I don't know. I will probably do a separate YouTube in a couple of weeks about it all. Right now I'm processing a lot of information. I'm very tired. I still have my appointments tomorrow. And I think the interesting thing is nothing changes. Like, this morning I've had possibly the most life-changing assessment in so many ways, and I've waited for it for so long, and yet nothing changes because I'm still me, and my treatment adapted for autism months ago, so nothing changes with treatment. And I don't change. I'm still me. I still struggle with what I struggle with. It just has the clinical diagnosis name now. And I have an explanation and clarification as to why I struggle with all those things, but it doesn't make me struggle with them any more or less. Like, nothing changes, and yet everything has changed, and I don't quite know how else to describe it. I think for today I'm just going to take it really slowly, preparing myself for things to hit at some point, but they might and they might not. Definitely energy conservation this afternoon. Gonna try and get some fresh air with Mum, and just take time to think and breathe. And I've barely slept the last few nights because I've been so worried about it all, and I still have my appointment tomorrow, my weigh in and everything like that. So take a deep breath. But yeah, she literally said, Fiona, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just autistic. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me.
Then I went out on my little walk with Mum, which I really needed by this point. Just some fresh air, some time away from everything to breathe, and obviously had hugs with me. I was still really struggling to process everything that happened in the assessment, so me and Mum wrote this down and put it on my pin board because it's what the psychiatrist said to me, and it was really helpful. I didn't film dinner because I was exhausted, to be honest, but we had chicken Kievs with potatoes and then I had my yogurt afterwards. And then I had some much needed wind down time, did my paint by numbers, and then I had my night snack, and I wanted to finish this day on this quote, which felt very appropriate for the day I'd had. And moving on to the next day. Today is appointment day after yesterday's very big day. I have barely slept. I've been up for quite a few hours, already washed my hair, had a shower, etc. So just sitting down for breakfast now. I've got my teaspoon that says, you've got this, to get me through. I'm feeling quite tired and burnt out, but I just need to keep going, and I know that just giving myself time mentally to recharge is going to be important this week, so I'm going to do that. Excuse me looking a bit bedraggled. For part of my snack today, I'm trying a Misfits dark chocolate gingerbread, which someone kindly sent me to try. I don't like dark chocolate and I don't really like gingerbread, but I really want to try it for some reason. So I'm not the biggest fan of Misfits bars. I think they're quite overrated. But yeah, I really want to try it, just see what it's like, so gonna try it. I think I worked out I was just craving something with like a really strong flavour to it, which kind of happens very rarely for me, but this kind of hit the spot. It was dark chocolate and then a hint of gingerbread. I don't massively rate Misfits bars, but it was okay. I wouldn't rush back to get another one, but I'm glad that I tried it. And yeah, satisfied that craving. Then me and Mum went to my appointment, which was really helpful actually. It's lunchtime and my brain feels fuzzy with things of processing things and everything. And I think this is when I realise like the role that my illness plays for me, like everything in me at the moment like doesn't want to have lunch, but I know that that's so important right now I have lunch because I can't respond to feeling like this by like restricting. So gonna go and have lunch and ham mayonnaise sandwich, which has just always been the most difficult one for me because of stupid things that diet culture says. And yeah, just gonna go and have it. I had my ham mayonnaise sandwich, which I'm still having on thick bread, by the way. I also had some mini cheddars with it, and I've not had mini cheddars for years, and I forgot how nice they were. And then obviously also had my corny yogurt to go alongside. For my snack today, I'm having one of my all-time favourite bars. I've got the banoffee pie bar. For some reason, I was supposed to have this for a couple of days, and every time it's come down to it, I've changed it. And I think the reason I keep doing it is because I know I really like it, and I kind of fell into the place of not letting myself have things I like again. So I'm definitely having it today. It's one of my favourite foods, and it's okay to have what you like. So deep breath, and yeah, gonna enjoy it. This banoffee bar is absolutely amazing. It's basically thick white chocolate, then it's got like a layer of biscuit crumble, so much caramel, and it is like, it's flavoured obviously banana, but it's not at all like a horrible artificial banana flavour. It's really nice. I'd recommend trying this one. It's the first one I tried from this company like 4 or 5 years ago, and it's still one of my favourites. Then me and Mum went on my little walk, and I really needed some fresh air by this point, so it was really, really nice just to get out and breathe. Me and Hugs had a little bit of a photo shoot, but as you can tell, he moves quite a lot, so it's quite hard to get a photo with him. Bedraggled, exhausted, but I wanted to try and do some kind of overview of where I'm at, because I have my appointment today. To be honest, pretty much the whole appointment we just spoke about the outcome of the ASD assessment, and he kind of asked me like how I was feeling about it, and I'm like, I expected to feel really emotional about it. I expected to feel relief or something, but at the moment I still feel in shock. Like I still don't really feel like it's real. And my nurse said that the psychiatrist that's diagnosed me emailed and said it was a very clear diagnosis, which it really helped to hear that, I think, because I think part of me, even though like everyone around me or the people close to me have accepted since we kind of suspected it and started going through the assessment process, I think I still didn't really believe it, and now it's like in black and white and it's on my diagnoses, and it still feels a bit surreal at the moment. I think also just because it's been so long, and yeah, and I'm exhausted, to be honest. It was a long day yesterday with the assessment, and it's been a long day today with appointments, so I'm just feeling quite tired, but okay in that, because I've got a lot of answers this week that make a lot of sense to me and will help me and the people around me. I had a good week with my intake and everything like that, so things are going in the right direction, and I'm on course for coming out of the wheelchair, but just under the instructions at the moment to just take it slowly. Don't suddenly start getting excited and running before I can walk, tripping over and ending backwards again. So no London trips, no anything, just boring, mundane, but doing it every day, and that will get me where I need to be. And I think I'm also like, I've been on the verge of burnout for the last few weeks, and I think we caught it in time, but I'm still feeling quite burnt out, so it's even more important to just take things slowly at the moment and try and be gentle with myself. So that's what I'm going to do. Gonna try and just take it a bit easier. But yeah, it's been a long few days. It's been a long week, and it's only Tuesday. I do also think it doesn't change my treatment with my eating disorder, because services had already accommodated for an ASD diagnosis. But looking back, it explains so much of why I've struggled with so much of eating disorder treatment in the past. And I think it's going to take me a while to think about and really accept that. And I think I will do a video about that some other time when I've got a bit more energy. Then we had family come over for dinner, which was really lovely to see everyone. I struggle sometimes eating in front of people, but I know it's really important to challenge those anxieties and insecurities as well. And we had chicken and parma ham and rice. My parents are still helping me portion out at the moment. And then I tried this new yoghurt for dessert, which was very average. I'm not sure the flavour was for me. Then I had some much needed wind down time, and I did loads more of my paint by numbers. Then obviously had my night snack, and I wanted to finish this video on this quote. Obviously, it was a huge couple of days, and it has taken me, the last 3 or 4 weeks of processing a lot of information. I still am in so many ways, which is why I've been a bit quieter. I've just been taking some time, but I do have quite a few videos ready. I just need to edit them and then I'll get them out. So again, thank you for your patience with me. I hope this video explains why I have been a bit quieter, and if anyone has any questions, then pop them in the comments. And most of all, thank you for your continued support.